mercy. Ain't no mercy.
Hello everybody, Jason LA back here again. Today we'll be counting down my top 10 favorite films of 2017. I have a list here. Oh, crap, drops a few stuff. I have a list here of my favorite films so far that I watched. I have missed a few, even the Steven Spielberg film, but I could probably review it this year if I'm able to get to the theater, or just get it when it's down Blu-ray and review it. Yeah. So anyway, here are a few honorable mentions. Star Wars The Last Jedi, which is a great film that did not make to my list. Split, which is kind of still underrated in my opinion. I think it did better than some people say it is. John Wick Chapter 2, a great action film and a worthy sequel to the original John Wick from 2014. Thor Ragnarok was the best Thor film. It is a great reinvention of the character. And Coco is a great animated film by Pixar, and I think it is one of their best that they have done so far. So now here are my top 10 favorite films of 2015. Wonder Woman. This movie is honestly amazing. It felt like a superhero film movie told in a way that a normal film, like a small independent film, will mix with big. There's just something about Wonder Woman that really connected to me with film. The shot, the filmmaking here is great. The action is great. The story is inspiring. And Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot, was fantastic. Chris Pine was great. It is everything I want a superhero movie to be and more. A Monster Call. This is directed by J.A. Bayona, who's going to be directing the new Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, and this is a fantastic movie. Great characters, also a really inspiring story, and a really sad one. It tells a story in a kind of slow way, and it might be a little too much for children to get a hold of or to get used to, but it is definitely worth the watch. The direction is great, the characters are so good, and Liam Neeson out of the tree is amazing, and the writing for the film is great, and I really suggest you guys go check it out. Number 8, Patriots Day. I actually cried at some point during the movie near the end. It is a really sad story about the events of the 2013 Boston Marathon bombings and what takes place after those events. To catch these two terrorists who did the bombings and everything. It was such a hard time, and this movie told its story really well with interesting characters, great direction, fantastic dialogue and writing. And this is a movie that I think not a lot of people watched, and I do suggest you gotta go check it out. It is one of the best films and best true story films I have ever seen. Number 7, Baby Driver. This film is hands down one of the most entertaining action films I have ever seen. The car chases are really well directed. Edgar Wright once again proved himself as a fantastic writer, and his way on developing his characters is fantastic. Kevin Spacey, who we all know is pretty much a jackass, was great. A little awkward to say that considering the stuff he did, but overall I think his performance was excellent. Jamie Foxx was a surprise, and I highly suggest you guys go check it out. Baby Driver is really entertaining and one of the best films of the year. Blade Runner 2049. I I do not get why a lot of people complain about this. This movie does not really go the way some other big movies do with big budgets. It felt like a little bit of a smaller film at times, and the world that it created, well, it's been created before in the original Blade Runner, but the world here is really interesting. The director of Arrival, I forgot his name, David. He shot this film brilliantly. There are so many shots in this film that still are stuck in my head to this day, and I don't know who else could have directed this film better. The characters here are fantastic. Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford, and their banter between each other is fantastic. Harrison Ford is at his best in this film, and this does not get enough attention. Go see Blade Runner 2049. It is one of the best films of 2017. I'm saying that to every film I'm saying right now, but it is true. They are the best. Dropped it. Number 5, we have It. It is a horror film directed by Andy Muschietti and tells a story of 7 kids trying to go get the clown. Now, when you think about it, if you never heard of it, it might sound a little silly, but this film is brilliantly directed and brilliantly written. The kids here are fantastic, and you really care for them. Crap, battery low. Had to hurry this up, but it is one of the best horror films of our time. The Pennywise is scary, and the horror elements are fantastic, mixed in with a lot of good elements of humor. Number 4, we have Spider-Man: Homecoming. This is one of the most entertaining superhero films of all time, and a great reinvention of the character of Spider-Man. He is fantastic once again, and Tom Holland proved himself to be a great Spider-Man, and the direction here is fantastic. The writing is excellent. It reminded me a little bit of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They had a reference to that, but this is really entertaining. I do suggest you guys go check out Spider-Man: Homecoming. Dunkirk. A fantastic war film, and the characters' actions speak louder than words, and that's why I care for them. Not because they told their characters, but they show their characters. This will be their backstory. Christopher Nolan directed this film beautifully. The shots, the aerial dogfights are all well done, and Dunkirk is one of the best war films of all time. War for the Planet of the Apes. I have cried 2 times throughout this film. Caesar, played by Andy Serkis, is once again fantastic, and I love the character of Caesar. It is one of the most interesting films I have seen this year. It is one of the best films I've seen this year. One of the saddest films I've seen this year. Great action. The special effects are fantastic. One of the best, and I think are the best I ever seen since Jurassic Park. War for the Planet of the Apes does what a finale should do, and it really closes the trilogy in a bow in the best way it possibly can. Number 1, this will be the best film of the year I've seen so far, Logan. Hugh Jackman was fantastic. This final portrayal of the Wolverine is the great way to end his career. Well, not his career, his time as the Wolverine. And the story around it, that is, how could I describe the film? It is brutal. There's a lot of blood. It has all the fan service that Wolverine fans want, but it told its story very well, And it is one of the first superhero films I have ever seen where I felt like I'm watching an actual movie instead of a blockbuster film. And I think that's what this film did very well, and it's why I think Logan is the best film of 2017. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment. More videos are coming soon. And I'll see you guys next time.
The flame. I torture you. I'm a slave to